Heroes of the City. All about trains.
Hello! Have you thought of how many different kinds of vehicles there are? Cars, airplanes, trucks, trains?
Hey, Alice.
Hi, Tilly. Tilly is a train. Look, her wheels run on rails.
Yup, they fit just right.
There are 3 kinds of trains. Passenger trains, which carry people. Freight trains, which carry things like containers or coal. And work trains, which are used for working on railroad tracks. Work trains are not used to move goods or people.
I'm probably a freight train then. I mostly carry goods. But I have carried passengers before.
Yes, and when you did, you were a passenger train. You're not really a train, but a locomotive. You're the engine that pulls the carriages. When you put a locomotive with some carriages, that's when it's called a train.
Yup, and today I am pulling carriages, and so I'm a train.
That's right. There were actually trains before there were locomotives. Back then, the trains were pulled by horses or by people.
It must have been so heavy and slow.
Yes, that's why they invented the steam engine. Tilly's an old-fashioned steam train, which you don't see a lot anymore. Steam trains were first used about 200 years ago, in the early 1800s.
That's a long time ago.
In the early 1900s, the steam locomotives had to compete against the electric locomotives. But what finally beat out the steam locomotive in the second half of the 1900s was the diesel locomotive.
Yes, but I'm still here after all.
Yes, you're right, but you're unusual. Nowadays, mostly electric trains are used. Today, there are a lot of kinds of passenger trains. There are commuter trains, which travel short distances. There are intercity trains, which run between major cities. And there are also speed trains, which can go extra fast, 200 to 250 kilometers per hour.
Wow, that's fast.
Yes, passenger trains usually run much faster than freight trains because freight trains are often very heavy. It's dangerous for them to drive too fast because it could harm the railway. Subway trains and trams are also types of trains. Subway trains run on tracks in underground tunnels, and trams run on rails in the streets.
There seem to be a lot of different kinds of locomotives and trains.
Yes, there are trains of all shapes and sizes. They do so many things.
Loaded and ready to go, Tilly.
Thanks, Freddie. Now I'm off to a nearby town to deliver some things. See ya.
Bye, Tilly. Glad we got to talk. We are so lucky to have you in the city.